Welcome to the Board Game Bar, where we make drinks that pair with the games on your table. Today we're going to be making a drink for Drop Bears, a game where we have to try and survive the Australian bush. What drink do you have for us today?
So this one, and I have not let you taste this one yet.
I have not tried this one,
Because
so
this
I'm a
one
bit
is supposed to
daunted.
be a surprise, just like a Drop Bear surprise you when it attacks. So this is the Tequila Mi Elmo.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. Let's jump into it.
Let's go. Alright, welcome back into the Board Game Bar. We are making our drink for Drop Bears. This is called the Tequila Mi Elmo. Very bright red, kind of going along the blood Drop Bear attack sort of thing. I don't know, but it works and it's a good drink. I really like this drink. It's a bit more on the bitter side, so if that's not your thing, it won't be for you. But either way, we're going to make it. So, step one, tequila. We're using Blanco tequila today, but anything tequila will do. Reposado. Espolon's a really good one if you're just looking for something sort of affordable but good quality for mixing cocktails. So we're going with 45 mils of our tequila, or a shot and a half. Next, we are going to use Campari. So you'll see we're starting to go for this bright red colour. It's kind of one of the themes of the drink. Elmo's very bright red. All this alcohol is going to turn this drink into a really nice bright red. It's sort of going to symbolise the Drop Bear attacking. So Campari, quite bitter. So again, judge if you actually want to make this drink. We're going with 20 mils of the Campari. This handy little jigger has like little sections, like a 15 or 5, so it works out. If you just got a normal jigger that has a 30 ml shot, then just kind of wing it, you know. Or do a little less, do a little more. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. Next, we have a raspberry syrup. So we made this at home. Again, sugar syrup, 1 part sugar, 1 part water, and then just add a bunch of raspberries in. We blended this one as well because we wanted more raspberry flavour. So we're going with 15 mils of this, and again, keeping on with our red theme. See, it's quite thick with the blend. So I'm just going to overfill a little bit because you'll see there'll be quite a fair bit stuck in the jigger. Next, we are going to go on to our bitters. This is Peychaud's bitters. It's kind of like a herbally aniseedy kind of bitters. Again, bright red. Are we just using this for the colour? Maybe. Is it for the flavour? Maybe. You'll never know until you make it. Just going to go with a couple dashes of this, and that's it. Think of bitters kind of like seasoning, kind of like the salt and pepper of cocktails. That is everything we're putting into the glass. So, firstly, we're going to get this a little mix before we add the ice, just to make sure that that raspberry syrup, because it is quite thick, the one we're using, is all mixed in. And now we will go grab our ice. Okay, so, for anyone who knows Sesame Street, any Sesame Street aficionados out there, you know Elmo hates Rocco. So, we're serving this one neat, no ice. So, we got our lovely little whiskey snifter, Glencairn, if you want to call it that. We've had this in the freezer, so it's nice and chilled since it's not on ice. And that is going to go right there. And here's where we get fun. This is absinthe. This stuff is 60% alcohol. It'll take you places. If that's where you want to go, you have fun with that. So we're just going to pour a little bit into the bottom of our glass. And what we're going to do is what's called an absinthe rinse. So you just sort of get it in your glass, you sort of swirl it around, sort of get it all up the sides of the glass. Then as people are sipping, it'll sort of mix in with the drink. Once it's done, you're going to pour most of this out. We don't need it. Because if you have all of that in there, you'll taste it. We're leaving a little bit in. That's more for the story than for the drink, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, so now, time to stir. So we're getting our ice, adding it in, adding it in. You want to make sure the ice comes above the level of the liquid, just so that it's all touching. It's going to get colder faster, which is what we want, and we stir. If your glass starts spinning, feel free to hold it, whatever works. You'll feel when it starts to sort of loosen off, and that's when you know you are done. So now we have our lovely red mix. We have our absinthe, which is from Czech Republic. So it's a foreigner. We all know drop bears love attacking foreigners. So, in we go. And you get this beautiful red colour in your drink. And there we have the Tequila Mi Elmo. Alright, so I have my lovely taste tester back. Again, he has not tried this. It's a bit of a punch when you first taste it. So, I tested this with Kate. You guys might know Kate from the stream. And as soon as I saw her face, I was like, you have to taste this on camera. So,
Okay.
let's
Do
see.
I smell? Is it?
You can smell it.
Yeah, yeah.
You can go through your tasting process.
It has a. Well, that's coming from the. It's got a licoricey aniseed.
That's
yeah, that's definitely.
Partially the absinthe, which again, I left a little bit more in this one because I wanted the foreigner's joke, and that was really part of my shtick. Peychaud's Bitters also has some anise sort of flavours coming to it. But give it a taste.
Ooh, that Campari is very strong. in
Yes, yes. That's
there. And the absinthe. I taste the absinthe.
again, probably a little bit too much, but it was part of my story for the video.
Wow. I have to record videos after this.
I love drinks like this. It's very bitter.
Yep.
It's very red.
Very red.
You taste a lot of the Campari.
You get a lot of that Campari.
But you get that tequila sort of at the start and just sort of like floating through
Yeah.
the whole drink.
So you like the berries are kind of hidden in there. Like
Yeah, that's what I was
expected
thinking.
More like that aniseed and licorice kind of overpowers
Yes.
everything.
Yeah. Pour out most of the absinthe when you do it. Don't leave it in for a dumb joke because it'll ruin your drink a little bit. But you
But
still
when-
taste the tequila, the Campari. Again, yeah, the berry's a bit lost, but
And like so within this is mostly alcohol. So
Yes.
where would you put this on the alcohol content? Because I can definitely taste the alcohol. It's still going to be very high alcohol.
it is going to be pretty high alcohol. 45 mils of this, 20 of this. So that's sort of getting you to a bit of a standard cocktail. The absinthe at 60% is
But
going to
you're
lift
not
it up a
leaving
bit.
much
But
in there. Or
Exactly.
Hopefully you're not leaving much in there, but obviously this particular variety
Yes.
has me wide-eyed.
yes. But again, Campari is 20%, 25%. So it's not a full strength spirit in that sense. So it's very booze forward, but it's not going to get you. It's not like dumb amount of alcohol.
So you also put this glass in the freezer.
Yes.
And that was mainly just to get more of that coldness to it.
More to chill since we're not serving it on any ice.
And I think that obviously as this drink is warming up in my hand, because I'm holding it more so than I would if it was a normal drink, it'll be on the table more so than not. It does change the flavour a
Yes.
little bit. I think that warmth does bring a little bit more into it.
Yeah, it will change as you sort of. I want to know if the berry, because when we tested it, I didn't have this raspberry syrup, so I used a different one, and I think it came to a little bit more. But that could just be the absinthe.
I'm getting that more like the Campari is strong, but once you start looking past that Campari, there is that woodish kind of note to it, and I
Yes.
get that from I think more from the aroma than I get from the actual taste. And I'm not sure where that would be coming from. Like that's
Probably your Peychaud's, or possibly even the tequila, but with a Blanco, I doubt it.
yep, beautiful. So that is the Tequila Mi Elmo, a modification on the Tickle Me Elmo,
Yes.
specifically made for drop bears.
Can you give me your best Elmo impression?
I have not seen Elmo in a long time, for many good reasons, because my kids
I tried.
were scared of Sesame Street. Make sure you join us on Twitch where we stream this game Tuesdays and Saturdays. We're going to be playing Drop Bears live on stream when the Kickstarter goes live. So make sure you also check out the comments below where we'll put the link to their Kickstarter campaign. It's a really good game and I look forward to playing it. We've actually got a teach video on how to play Drop Bears, and if you missed us streaming it live, you'll actually add the video on demand down below here. Thanks for joining us in this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Says.
Wow, I'm getting drunk.